Government, as President Kenyatta tells us all the time, government is about service. The reason why people elect a government is so that they can get services. And our president has made this his focal mantra, that we are here to serve our people, not to humiliate them and frustrate them. The kind of things that we have been seeing going on here, where people come at 7 o'clock in the morning and they do not leave until 5 o'clock, in most days even leave without the documents they are looking for. It is unfortunate that for a country of our size and our level of development, we can subject our citizens to that kind of behavior. That's why I'm happy with what the Inspector General has done. And from this day forward, this is
Freddie Matiangi, who took his good time to persuade Kenyans, especially those working in the civil servants section, that it is their responsibility to provide services to Kenyans in need. They never needed to be persuaded or be given money so that they can provide services to Kenyans.
drawing a salary every month, coming to an office, and subjecting citizens of your country to the kind of humiliation, part of which I witnessed here. We were instructed, we were given just about 2 weeks by the president to ensure that we clear this thing and decisively. So I thank the Lord that I have had an opportunity in the last 7 years to serve my country in the position of a cabinet secretary. During the 7 years, I've also had an opportunity to learn a lot about our country, work with fellow Kenyans, and face tough times and tough decisions. And so I begin by saying this, right from Chinua Achebe, who was quoted here by Joshua Igara, to J.C. Maxwell, to as many authors as you, South Africa came up with the African Renaissance and said Africa is now being reborn and Africa is facing new challenges and going to break new grounds. And everywhere, even international media began to scream that this is Africa's decade. And it was Africa's decade because we have probably the largest conglomeration of talent in the numbers of our young people, huge deposits of resources, and we are endowed in more ways than one and have the capacity to succeed. But unfortunately, I think, and I asked Joshua whether I could speak candidly. He said, yes, I can. Unfortunately, I think we have not effectively addressed the challenges of leadership we face in our continent, in our countries, and in our communities. And 11 times or more, because that's from the version of the Bible that I read, the Lord kept telling Joshua, be courageous, do not be afraid. Surely, God himself would not tell a human being not to be afraid if he didn't think you can actually be afraid. Because you can be afraid. 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to share with you practical real experiences. About 2 weeks ago, for the Kenyans in the room, I went to Mombasa. I decided on that Sunday morning with my team in the security sector to spend time to walk through Kisauni, from end to end of Kisauni. I met huge numbers of young Kenyans. 9 out of 10 people I met that morning, I swear, are below the age of 30. And about 6 out of those 10 people could not account for themselves because they are totally dazed, affected by the amount of drugs they have consumed. And as we tried to even have conversations, it was impossible to have a conversation with them. In fact, you have to stand very carefully or else they can even fall on you. And you can see in the lives of those people the effect of the weaknesses we've had in managing ourselves.
While serving as a super CS in Uhuru Kenyatta's government, Freddie Matiangi had a lot of responsibilities, from ensuring the country is secure to looking at big projects and also inspecting projects and progress of the country on behalf of Uhuru Kenyatta. Matiangi, who had been a good reader and praised for many at times he was as super CS, now wants to run for presidency, and this is the reason why Kenyans feel that he is the perfect right for that position. Matiangi had addressed issues affecting the country, from young people being in drugs and those being in jobless, and making sure that the readers were responsible in their own responsibilities while serving in government.
Differently, because this is the way we have always done it. And yet, that way we have always done it has not worked for us. Whether it is setting exams and selling them and rigging them and cooking up grades that do not exist, people tell you that's how we have always done it. Even when you ask a very simple question, why do we mark exams and complete the marking by December, and then wait to release the results in March? They tell you that's how we have always done it. Because in between here, we have 3 months to cook results, to interfere with the results and do what needs to be done. We need courage. My brothers and sisters, there is no day like another in leadership. Every day is new, and every challenge is new. In most cases, the challenges we face are daunting, whether you're talking about leading your own family or leading your organization. You must start with the conviction to challenge convention. That I am going to ask the question, why can't we do it differently? When I was in the youth group in church, we used to sing a chorus that time, which ended like, dare to be a Daniel, and dare to stand alone, and dare to have a purpose, and live by it. So secondly, to succeed as leaders, really must have a purpose beyond self. We will not achieve anything as families, as communities, as a country, if we do not have in leadership the commitment to look beyond self. And again, let me tell you very sincerely, it's okay, it's fine and dandy actually to be a minister. I mean, you are paid well, you are driven around, you're even given bodyguards. You can drive for 7 days without going to the petrol station to fuel your car. But you know, you can also be lost in that sort of opulence and you do nothing for the people who in the first place are the reasons why you hold the position.